And ready to mingle, then look no further, at least initially, than your mobile phone.
Yeah, it is estimated 4.5 million of us will turn to online dating to find love this year. But with so many websites and apps out there, it is confusing. So we've called in our relationship expert, Melissa Ferrari, to take us through what some of the most popular ones offer. Melissa, good morning to you.
Morning, Melissa.
Morning.
Tell us, well, firstly, you met your partner, I understand, on RSVP.com.
I did. I met my lovely husband now. Yeah, and we met on RSVP, and we're now married after 2 years. We're married and happily ever after.
Is he a nice fella?
He's a gorgeous guy.
He hasn't got any hidden past?
Nothing. Nothing. I checked it all
nothing you're
out.
worried about?
Nothing I'm worried
and that's
about.
the point, isn't it? There is an app that lets women make the first move as well. Did you make the first move or did he?
I did make the first move, actually. But the one that you're talking about, there is one for women which is called Bumble. And it's become very, very popular because it's actually one where women do make the first move. And guys kind of like this because they're always the one feeling like they're having to put out all of those contacts with others and then feeling a little bit rejected. So with this, the woman actually makes the initiative to make the contact. And they're all reporting it to be very, very good because it gives them some empowerment and they can actually choose who they would like to date.
So it possibly gives them perhaps a little sense of security too, from a safety perspective.
Absolutely. Many women report a lot lower harassment on this app, and so they find it very, very safe, and it seems to be an up-and-coming one that women are really loving.
Is it, you know, you were saying the other day there's a generation of women out there who just can't find a partner for multitude of reasons?
Well, there was a story that came through that there are two groups who are claiming to be very lonely, and that is educated women and uneducated men, because their paths just aren't crossing. So obviously online is an opportunity, isn't it, where you can find someone with similar interests who you're not necessarily meeting on the work front.
And RSVP, you'd recommend that?
I do. That's the one that I actually met my partner on. RSVP is great because you're really able to do a filter in terms of your search. It even asks you the questions. It gives you the guide around whether you want to be with somebody who's got children, doesn't have children, likes pets, doesn't like pets. So it really refines it down when you're choosing. It helps you choose and weeds out what you don't want.
Did you disclose that you're a relationship expert?
No, I didn't at the time. No, I kept it very, very, very quiet.
And you still are?
Yeah, that's right. I still am. But what's great is you've got the feature where you can actually go private.
Yeah.
And so you can do the looking, which is great.
Let's talk about Tinder, because that would probably be the most well-known one, wouldn't it?
Yes, Tinder is a very, very well-known one, and it's an easy one, you know, because you've just got to put your photo in, you put a profile in, and it's 500 or less characters, so you don't have to write a whole lot. Many people report that they can have 3 or 4 suitors a day and have a date by that night because it's very, very popular. And it also has the location feature on it, so it means that you can generally meet someone that's close by, within your area, so you can say, do you want to meet for a drink after work?
And what does that mean?
You meet for a drink after work.
He's asking what's that code for?
I don't know, Carl, what's that code for?
I don't know, young
What
people.
is that code for,
Young
Carl?
people these days.
We can't keep up.
Pretty obvious what they're doing on Tinder.
You seem to know a lot, Carl.
I don't like it. I don't like it. For users who want a real connection, which site do you think works the best?
Well, I think eHarmony is a very good one because it really does, it asks a whole lot of questions around what you're looking for right from the beginning. And so you're really getting into that place where you're more with someone that's more compatible. And then once you have matched with somebody, you can even ask them a set of questions as well. And the questions are already there ready for you. It takes a little bit of work, but I strongly believe in the world of dating, you do have to put in a little bit of work. I think it's like a part-time job. You've really got to invest some time because it's a really big deal what you're doing of trying to find someone. And so while it's great to be able to swipe and find somebody quite quickly, and for some it works and it's very, very powerful, I think putting the time in, you are going to find that right person that really suits you and treat it a bit like a part-time job.
What's your advice to someone who might be watching and considering going down this path but are a bit daunted by it all?
Well, I think what's great about it is that the stigma's starting to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are starting to realise standing in high heels in a bar is not the way to find
Especially
anybody.
if you're a fella.
That's exactly right.
Alexander Downer. Hey?
It's not easy.
It's not.
And so it's really not the way to go nowadays. And
Yeah.
so it's really good that that stigma's been reduced.
Yeah.
Even for someone like me, like a professional, to come on here and say, you know, I met my guy on an app and I feel very confident about it. But I must say, you do have to be safe. It's very, very important to consider safety when you're doing
for
this,
sure.
because you're navigating something that you just don't know what you're going to get.
What about if you're just not into the whole idea of online dating? Is there anything else you can do
people
apart from
do.
just go to the bar?
Yeah, people do speed dating, like many events are
Does that
organised.
still exist?
It does.
Good.
It's very, very
It's
powerful.
like parent-teacher interviews at
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
That's right, exactly. Well, it is. They're very, very quick though. So you've really got to take the person in very quickly because it doesn't last long.
Like you go and sit down with a maths teacher. It's like I'm going to be here for 26 seconds.
Yeah, and counting. Yeah.
I know how it's going to roll.
Yeah. Just tell me the good bits.
Yep, that's how we go. Yeah.
Well, thank you for breaking all that down, and congratulations. I didn't realise that about your partner. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Georgie. It's
Yeah.
lovely. It's been
Happy
a great
ending.
partnership.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you can't wipe the smile off your dial. Well done. It's nice.